we are not in Canada, nor am I sure that Canada should be the 51st state of this union. I mean, I can't believe that people are actually falling for this. He's going to take back Panama. He's going to take back Canada. He's going to take Greenland. I mean, the guy makes no sense. He is an absolute moron. The fact that the people of the United States have selected an absolute moron to lead them says more, frankly, about the United States than it does any of those places, all of which I'm sure are very nice places, and I'm pretty sure are going to resist this utter stupidity. So, Donald Trump, you make no sense. And the idea that people wanted this, I mean, you put Elon Musk in charge of the government. I mean, the guy ran Twitter into the ground. Twitter used to be a $44 billion company. Now it's worth like $15 billion. Do you understand how big of a screw up that is? That's massive. So this is not going to end well. People were asking me the other day, do I think he's going to make it through 4 years? I don't. The man is just delusional. Absolutely delusionally insane. So this is my sustained rant against Donald Trump for the evening. I will continue to rant against Donald Trump because he is an idiot. An absolute idiot, and this is one of the worst decisions we could have ever have made. To bring back a guy who literally tried to overthrow the government and pit him back into power. Like, what? He's already pardoned all the people who got violent last time. He's rounding up immigrants, people who are America's workforce, and trying to deport them. Are those eggs any cheaper? No. Eggs are not cheaper. Groceries are not cheaper. Gasoline is not cheaper, right? All of those things this guy told you were going to change have not changed. He is a scam artist and a fool. I can't believe that people fell for this. And people were making fun of me for wanting to, like, relate to Barack Obama. I mean, folks, you have to be sane. Being insane is not a solution to life's problems. It's only been 2 weeks, but it's hysterical. It's hysterical. He's literally getting rid of USAID like that. I mean, this guy must want the world to hate us. I mean, America's supposed to be the leader of the free world, right? We are supposed to have some soft power. We spend so much more money on military force. He just gave Israel another $7 billion of weaponry. He's threatening to take over the Gaza Strip and to deport the Palestinians. This is delusional. This is absolutely delusional. And I mean, if I could have stopped this in some way, I would have. But I will continue to go, this is delusional. This makes no sense. I don't understand what he's saying, and I don't think anybody else does either. So anybody who thought this was a good idea, you are in for a wild surprise. And I will keep streaming from all the wonderful places in life that are wonderful and going, what the hell is happening to this country? Because the fact of the matter is, we have allowed people who are thugs, frankly, who act in a mafia-like way, right? He punishes his enemies, and ostensibly claims to reward his friends, to run this country. It's an oligarchy. And I mean, Elon Musk, Department of Government Efficiency? The guy's literally using a bunch of 19-year-old hackers to undermine the U.S. government. You know, this is just such a security foul-up. Such a security foul-up that I honestly fear for where this is going. And I think this is going to be heading towards violence soon. I mean, how do you just mass deport people like that? How does that make sense? And so, no, you make no sense. And we're going to keep cruising and laughing at this because this is insane. This is insane. It makes no sense to any of us. And I mean, just wildly stupid. Absolutely wildly stupid. Whoop. So, Donald Trump, you are fucking nuts. Absolutely fucking nuts. And I could not care less. The people thought this was a good idea. They're in for a huge mistake. A huge mistake. So we're just catching up on the news and laughing at it because it's so dumb. It's so dumb. How could you be any more dumb? I mean, Canada 51st state? What? Insane. Delusional, nonsensical, rambling nonsense. And people eat it up. They eat it up in droves. I try to talk some sense into people and they just ignore it. What is wrong with you? How does this make any sense? It makes zero sense. It's illogical. It's clueless. It's moronic. And it's absolutely foolish. By the time he's done, this country is going to be so screwed up that literally we're going to have no friends. No friends at all. It is going to be a complete and utter joke. So, Donald Trump, go F yourself. Seriously. And, the people who thought this was going to be some like sort of power play where they were going to just bully everybody around and bully the immigrants, right? Bully the people growing our food, deport them, terrify them. Like, nuts. Oh, I am hanging out. We are hanging out. We are having fun. But you can't make sense of this anymore. You literally open up the news and it's the most nonsensical bullshit that anybody could imagine. So, I don't know. I guess you guys want Elon Musk to be president. Teslas or something. The last I saw, Teslas were turning into fireballs. I honestly am like, just please don't crash into me with a Tesla, because that shit will incinerate you. So, America's government, bought by the guy who builds fiery cars that incinerate themselves. Job well done. Absolute nonsense. To everybody who has been protesting immigration and customs enforcement, please continue to protest immigration and customs enforcement. And if I see anybody blocking a freeway around me, I'm going to go join them. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. You don't even need to have four eyes to know this is nuts. So long live America, liberal democracy, leader of the free world. Places that make sense, are not threatening to annex other countries with veiled threats of tariffs and military force. Like, what? Absolutely nuts. So, there is no walking line on this, right? Like, either you are willing to support the people, right, who are growing your food, who are cleaning your hotel rooms, delivering your packages, doing all those things, right, that they do. They contribute to this economy almost more than Americans do, because frankly, Americans have gotten really lazy and vindictive, if you ask me. And this country was built on immigration. We're almost all immigrants, he has no respect. And to the people who've enabled this, I just hope slowly you start to realize when things don't get promised, right, that you thought were going to happen, those cheap eggs, that cheap gasoline, that cheap bread, that you will turn on him. Right? Like he's trying to pit everybody else against each other, right? And the charade that we're living will end. It will end in the biggest laugh off in all of history, because people are going to laugh him out of office. How can you be this delusional, right? And succeed other than America, right? Through its lack of education, right? Its lack of literacy, its lack of reasoning ability has been lulled into this sleep that literally it's just mind-boggling. Growing up, right, I was educated to believe, that this was a constitutional democracy. It was a serious government. This is not serious. This is not serious at all. And the worst part of the matter is now he's openly, making this big pull to hurt people. Before it was, let's build a wall and make Mexico pay for it. Now he's just threatening to deport people. How much uglier can you get? So down with bullying, down with Donald Trump, down with racism, most of all down with racism, peace in the Middle East, and stop this insane shit. So this is my sustained rant against Donald Trump. We are going to go one more minute, because it's all the time I have for this guy, and I'm going to go back to living life like a good person, instead of a hateful monger of prejudice who literally smeared ketchup on the wall of the White House in a little fit of rage because he lost. I'm sorry, that's not adult behavior. It's not rational, and we shouldn't be excusing it in any way. So if anybody is being ambiguous about where they are, right, on the deportation of undocumented immigrants, call them out on it. Who do they think is picking their food, right? Their lettuce, their strawberries, tomatoes, cucumbers, Brussels sprouts, your mangoes, right? Who is making this food for you, right? Foreign people who came here and are doing more work than we are. So America, wise up. Don't be fooled by Donald Trump, and fuck that guy. Have a good night.